Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you would like to know the price, simply click on the link in the description below. If you enjoy our videos, we'd greatly appreciate it if you would buy a watch at JazzTime.com, which is why I'm making this comparison video so you at home can figure out which of these two watches that you want to buy and buy them at Jazz Time. Yes, at our online store, not at someone else's store. So the two watches I'm going to be comparing are the the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak on the left and the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore on the right. The one on the left has a reference 26331ST.00.1220ST.03, and the Offshore has a reference 26470.00.A125CR.01. I'm going to talk to you guys about the bezel, the dial, the case, the bracelet, try it on, and give you my thoughts. And if you don't want to watch the rest of this video and you just want to buy it, simply click on the link in the description below and it will send you to our website where you can buy it. So now, without further ado, let's talk about the case. Now, the case on the left, the Royal Oak, has 41 millimeters. That's from my thumb to my index finger. And on the Offshore, it's 42 millimeters from my thumb to my index finger. Now, that's not very much. It's only 1 millimeter. So you would think that these watches are basically the same size, and I'm holding them next to each other to show you that they aren't. Now, why aren't they? Now, look a little carefully. What do you guys notice? On the right, the Offshore, look at how much bigger the screws are and how much beefier the bezel is. It's only 1 millimeter, and I've checked it with my calipers, so I know that's true. I'm not going to do it here, but look at how much bigger these screws are and how much thicker this bezel is. I mean, just look at them side by side, even though it's only 1 millimeter difference. Now, here's where it really gets changed. Look at the side profile. The side profile of the Royal Oak is 11 millimeters, whereas the side profile of the Offshore is 14.6. That's a lot. That's like 20% difference. So if the thickness of the watch is important to you, I suggest you buy a Offshore. Or if you're a bigger guy, I suggest you also buy an Offshore. If you're a smaller guy or medium guy, I think you should go with the Royal Oak, which is here. So that's the bezel and the case I've talked to you. Now I've talked to you, let's talk about the dial. Now they make several versions of each, so I'm going to just in general compare how do they stack up against one another. If you look at the dial on the Royal Oak, it has a much smaller tapestry dial. Whereas on the Offshore, look at how big the tapestry dial is. It's actually a mega tapestry pattern, as in big. But they call the Royal Oak a grand tapestry. So grand tapestry on the left and mega tapestry on the right. It's kind of confusing nomenclature, but I would think that you could get that. 42 would have the larger and 41 would have the smaller. Kind of makes sense, right? Now, obviously, since we're talking about the dial, you'll notice that the placement of the subdials on the Royal Oak are like a V shape toward the bottom, whereas on the Offshore, it's toward the left. Now, I don't really know if that makes a difference to you. To me, it really doesn't. So, I guess, that's it on the dials. Now, they both luminesce very nicely at night, but, I want to show you something. This is how the Offshore luminesces, and this is how the Royal Oak luminesces. Now, which one luminesces more to you? In my opinion, the Offshore luminesces much more. And so, luminescing at night is important to you. Perhaps you want to go with the Offshore. If it's not so important and you like a thinner watch, then I would go with the Royal Oak. And the Royal Oak puts its subdials in a much more normal place, whereas the Offshore kind of puts it to the left. It's kind of a strange place to put it. I have seen other watches do it, but it's just, that's what it is. Now let's talk about the bracelet here. Now I have a stainless steel bracelet on the Royal Oak and I have a leather bracelet on the Offshore. Now both these models do come with stainless steel and leather bracelets on each of them respectively, so I can't really say that, well, only the Offshore comes with, the leather. That's not true. But since we have them and they're different here, I guess you can take a look at them and notice a difference. Obviously, one's made of metal, this one, and one's made of leather. But aside from that, you know, if you ask me, I would probably say I prefer the Offshore on leather because it makes the watch not so gigantic. Whereas the steel one makes the Royal Oak, when it's on the steel, it's just much like the Royal Oak is not as big of a watch to begin with, so it's okay that it's on steel. But if you put it on leather, well, they actually also make the Royal Oak with leather, but it has to be a precious metal, not on steel. Kind of makes sense? Okay, well anyhow, let's take a look at the different buckles. Now if you buy the steel watch, you get this kind of buckle, as in a deployment buckle, as in you press it and it opens just like I've done. I guess that's one benefit. Now they actually use the same bracelet. Now, for example, if you were to buy the Offshore with a bracelet, it would have this same bracelet, metal bracelet you see right here. And here's how it opens. You click it and kapow, it opens. They call it a stainless steel bracelet with AP folding clasp, and I see why. You simply press the button in the middle, click, and then it goes on your wrist. And the Offshore has this beautiful exhibition case back, which you can see the movement. So if that's important to you, I would get the Offshore. Now they do make the Royal Oak in the non-Chrono, I believe, with the exhibition case back, but they don't do it in the Chrono. Why they don't do that, I don't know. I think it's maybe because they're using a base movement and they're adding something else on top of it and it doesn't look beautiful yet. I'm not really sure. Maybe they'll come out with it in the next iteration. Okay, anyhow, so I've talked to you guys about the bezel, the dial, the case, the bracelet, the movement. Time for me to try it on and give you my thoughts. Well, here are my thoughts. Both of them have their positive and their negatives. The Royal Oak, which is on my left, on your left, is a great watch if you're looking for something dressy, but at the same time still a bit sporty. It has it's a thinner watch. As I said before, it's only 11 millimeters in thickness, so it can fit under your suit cup and it still looks pretty sporty. That part I really like. It's not as beefy though, and it's I really like the proportions on it. I would say it's one of my favorite watches. Now the Royal Oak, on the other hand, it only being 1 millimeter bigger, but it's so much thicker that this watch, I really think it needs to be worn for somebody who is bigger or really likes big watches. One of those two, because you gotta, you know, it's a bigger watch. It's thicker, and it's actually also a little bit beefier looking. So if you're into bigger watches or you're a bigger guy, then you might want to go with the Royal Oak Offshore. So in my opinion, both of our excellent watches, you really can't go wrong. You just need to pick the watch that actually fits your wrist. Now if you like this video, please buy this watch, because that's why we're making this video. And buy it from Jazztime, JAZTIME.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in Jazztime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.